Join us and help us continue to support the many talented people of our community. Learn how to get your business highlighted on La Crosse Local. Go to lacrosselocal.com and click on Advertise. Drive, walk, or take a carriage ride through Riverside Park for Rotary Lights. Over 3 million lights sparkling on the Mississippi now through New Year's Eve. A stunning holiday light show with a mission to feed the hungry. Admission is free, but a cash or food donation is appreciated. Visit rotarylights.org to learn more. Join us at the La Crosse Winter Roots Festival, Saturday, February 11th at the La Crosse Center. We'll celebrate Wisconsin favorites in music, cuisine, local beer, and spirits. Grab tickets at lacrosselocal.com. We talked with Payton Eilers, a singer-songwriter from Southwest Wisconsin. We chat about her early influences and the path to music, discuss upcoming plans to record, and touch on the support from the Artist Management Collaborative, Broken Wrist Records. You can find more conversations, food reviews, live music, and events on our website, lacrosselocal.com. I'm Amy.
And I'm Brent.
And this is La Crosse Local.
Late night, early morning phone calls. You're doing your best, you're giving it your all. But it's hard being 9 hours apart, and it hurts sometimes. You send your love to us from afar. It hurts less at night. It hurts less at night.
My name's Payton Eilers. I was born in La Crosse, Wisconsin. My introduction to music, neither one of my parents play instruments, but my uncle was a large influence in my life growing up because my dad, 2 weeks after I was born, actually deployed. So a lot of time was spent at my grandparents' house with my mom, and my uncle was often there, and he is the one that gave me my first guitar, and he really set the bar for me to push myself towards that.
Can you say who your uncle is? Is it a local player or is it someone who dabbles?
No, he is from Davenport, Iowa. Well, not from, but he lives in Davenport, Iowa. His name is Troy Christensen. So he also works making some of the pedals, like guitar pedals, and he sells them online as well.
Cool. So who are some of your earliest musical influences kind of growing up? I've seen I've seen a few of your sort of covers and I believe an original online. I saw you cover stuff like Neil Young. Was that something that was an early influence or?
Yeah. So Stacey Hansen was the first person that I took guitar lessons from. And we kind of, I don't know, we started from the basics of like what he learned when he was younger. So that also included Neil Young. So Rockin' in the Free World was the very first song that I learned. I didn't learn how to sing it like that early on, but Neil Young was definitely one of those ones that we touched on. One of my favorites was Vance Joy. So Riptide was the first song that I ever learned how to cohesively play and sing at the same time, which I never thought that I would be able to do when I was practicing, because at first I only just played, like just to get the finger movements down and all of that. But singing into playing was a little bit of a challenge for me until I found that song. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can actually do that.
Well, I've just been noticing, I haven't had an opportunity to see you, but I've just been noticing you kind of touring around with the boys at Broken Wrist Records. So do you have plans to like record original music, or what's coming down the line for you?
Yeah. So Andy Hughes of Tug and Stacey Hansen, they've been working with me a little bit. And also Brian Bethke has been helping to get stuff recorded. But there was actually a performance that both Stacey and I were a part of at the Slowpoke Lounge and Cabaret in Spring Green, I think it is. They ended up recording the show that night. So some of my original songs got recorded, and they are working on a little cassette tape that I can put together and hopefully get out relatively soon.
Oh, all the sky and all the roads have led me to the place I call home. So I should be good, and I'm pretty sure that I won't ever have to ask for more.
We're still working on all the details.
What have you found to be, your writing process? Is it something that's pretty quick, or is it something that you take your time with?
It definitely takes a lot of time for me personally because I struggle a lot finding the words. Like I can slam out chords, no problem, anytime. It'll be perfectly smooth sailing. And then it gets to words and it's like, I don't want it to sound that sad, but I don't know how to flip it around so it sounds more upbeat.
Have you done much recording? Have you done any recording besides the live version of it?
So not necessarily with my own songs, but I've gone to girls rock camp through Madison, and I've done that for 4 years now. So at the end of each of those weeks, I've gone to a recording studio with the band that we create, and then we perform the song that we've wrote over the course of a week. So for the past years, I've had a little bit of experience with it.
Yeah, I'm just kind of wondering, I wonder what that process is like. I'm not a musician myself or anything, but I always wonder musicians that may just write with an acoustic guitar and, their voice, and then we get in the studio, if it's analysis paralysis in some sense of overthinking something, or if you're a one and done person sort of thing,
Yeah, it's definitely a trial and error sometimes, especially working with other people recording the music.
So do you have anything coming up that you're excited about? I mean, the new music or anything else?
New music, I'm not sure about. I'm always in the process of writing something. I don't know when it's coming out, but always working on it for myself. It's a great outlet.
It's kind of relatively new, but it seems like something that I see all over social media. I'm gonna have to come check you out at some point. Has it been pretty quick for you, or have you been playing for quite some time and just recently performing, or?
Began playing in 2015. So I was 9 years old when I started playing guitar, and the first time that I ever played out in front of people was when I was 10 years old. So the October of me being 9 to the April of me being 10, and that was only one song. That was when I played Riptide for the first time, and it kind of started out a little bit slow, where I would just open for Stacy because he, like, wherever he went, he always asked. He's like, "Hey, would you like to play a song? Would you like to play 2 songs?" And eventually it got to the point where I was playing for 30 minutes before he would play, and I was like the opening act, per se, for him and for Red Sky Warning. And when the Merryweathers were together, I also opened for them.
Do you have any song in particular? Like, you could just kind of tell me about the process, maybe? What's it about or anything? Do you have anything like that?
Yeah. So a little sentimental, but I wrote a song called Bird.
Anytime that I look up, someone's staring back at me. I'm thinking, how can I fly? How can that be? Everyone's still watching me.
And it was actually a song that I had to write based on a bet that I lost. But it was to a person that was a really close family friend and basically like my second dad, but he unfortunately passed away due to cancer. So I wrote a song about all of the memories that our families kind of had as we were all together, because their family also had 2 sons and were basically brother and sister. And like my siblings as well also. We're all super, super close.
If people want to follow along, what's the best avenue for them to go to? Social medias, Facebook? Do you have a website?
I only have a Facebook account for my music page right now. So because I find that to be the biggest range of people that I can reach. Because also, like, you're able to see other people's friends. So then with Stacy's friends and Andy's friends, they're able to see some of the stuff that I post when I tag them, and then they end up kind of seeing what I do, and a lot of them end up coming to my shows and spreading the word about what I'm doing as well as what they're doing.
Lacrosse Local Podcast is a production of River Travel Media. Do you have an interview idea you'd like to share with us? Message us on Facebook at Lacrosse Local. Find out more about us at lacrosselocal.com, and you can subscribe to the Lacrosse Local Podcast on your favorite podcast app. If you like us, rate us 5 stars. We appreciate it.